Hey guys, it's Mobius Y here, and I just wanted to bring your attention to something that I felt was important in this episode of Tanker Talk. Now, Wargaming recently introduced these new store specials called Boosts, which you can see in the Gold Store tabs in the under the specials bundle. You'll see them near the end of the list there, ×2 and ×3 XP boosts, and it costs gold to purchase these. Now, I simply want to go out there and say, don't buy these. They're not worth your gold. Your gold is better off spent elsewhere. It's valuable to you, especially for those of you who play either on a limited budget or on no budget and don't spend a dime on this game. And all the gold you have is strictly from doing the tutorial missions as well as watching the training videos. You don't have a lot of it, and there's no point in spending it on these boosts, especially right now with the way they work. You can see right here, they're a single-use item for X amount of gold. What they do is they give you an XP multiplier for your next game, just like it would as though you had a ×2 or ×3 victory bonus. But the understanding is that these ×2 and ×3 XP boosts also apply if you lose a game. So there's a very good chance that you just play a really crappy game and you basically just wasted your ×3 XP boost. You know, getting 900 XP because you had 300 base on either a crappy win or an absolute face roll of a loss for your team. So let's just do a quick comparison here. A ×2 XP boost is 125 gold. A ×3 XP boost is 225 gold. Now, let's flip that around. For 125 gold, you can convert 3,125 free XP. That's probably more than you'll get in any ×2 boost that you'll use, unless you're playing in anywhere between tiers 8, 9, and 10, and you actually have a pretty dang good game to net 1,500 base XP. Now, how many of us regularly do that on a consistent basis? I know you might think that I do in some of my videos, but I have bad games too. I have games where my team goes on to win and I get a whopping 400 XP in like a tier 9 game because I got obliterated in the first minute or two. It happens. For 225 gold, so the price of a ×3 XP, you could convert 5,625 free XP. So for the same price of these boosts, you can get a guaranteed 3,000 or 5,600 XP. That's more than you'll probably get using these boosts anyways. Especially if you're trying to increase the packages on your lower tiers and even your middle tiers up to, you know, tiers 5 and 6 and whatnot. Without the assistance of ops and whatnot and ×2, ×3 victory bonuses, you're not going to net that much XP anyways, unless you have a ridiculously awesome game, which for the vast majority of us players is a rarity. It's simple as that. You would have to basically be bottom tier and still dish out, you know, 3 times your HP worth of value, worth of damage against higher tier tanks to even possibly net that much XP in a single game and not activating any ops as well. So it's just not worth it. Just take my word for it. It is not worth spending your gold on these boosts, not right now, unless Wargaming either reduces the price of them or changes how these boosts work to make them last for more than just one battle. Because right now, all you're essentially doing is throwing cash away and then rolling the dice and hoping that you have a good matchup where you're, you know, top or even middle tier, and that your team doesn't get absolutely face rolled in the first 2 minutes, which would completely disallow you to do much, if any, damage. So I just wanted to get that out there. Don't bother with these boosts just yet. Give it a while. Wait to see if Wargaming changes the dynamics of them or even just the price of them right now. You're honestly better off just converting to free XP at this point, because that is a guaranteed amount of XP that you will get for the same prices of gold. Whereas with a boost, your team could get a fast cap victory and you get fuck all. Your team could get absolutely face rolled and you get fuck all. Or you have a dirt moment, you drive off a cliff or drive into a lake and kill yourself and you get fuck all. That's basically all I have to say on that. Anyways, moving on from there, I'd like to say the last couple nights where I've been streaming, I've had a lot of viewers jumping in and out over the time. and I'm not always able to check the chat and converse with you guys, which is unfortunate. But I just want to say thank you very much for those of you who have come to check out my stream. I stream every Friday starting at 7 o'clock Mountain Time, which is 9 o'clock East Coast Time, and 6 o'clock Pacific Coast Time. And that's in the evening on Fridays. And for now, I've just been streaming directly off the Xbox One. So I'm playing the Xbox One version of the game. And you can also check me out on Twitter. I'll let you know many hours ahead of time what I'll be streaming that night via Twitter. You know, I just send out a quick tweet, streaming tanks tonight. In the future, it'll eventually be things like streaming Massive Chalice tonight, maybe streaming Air Mech Arena tonight, you know, that kind of stuff. So be sure to check out my Twitch channel and my Twitter page. The links will be below in the description. So, to the meat and potatoes of Tanker Talk, what I'm planning on doing. I'm still waiting for the AMX-30s to come out. I'm probably not going to see them for a couple months still, because we are getting the British turreted tank destroyers for the next content update. Excuse me, the next content update. That was confirmed by Pain God. He said in some kind of interview with somebody, but whatever, doesn't matter. So turreted tank destroyers are going to be coming probably sometime within the next month or two. I would guess by January would be my guess. And then the update after that should be more French medium tanks, both the AMX-30s, the tier 9 and 10 French medium tanks, but there's also about 4 medium tanks in the lower tiers that are kind of an alternate route to the French heavy tanks, leading up to about they can join at about tier 5 or tier 6, and they're just low tier French medium tanks, another alternate route to go and get to the middle tier French heavy tanks. So there's a few French medium tanks in that update. I'm really looking forward to those. Whenever those come out, whatever I'm doing, I'm dropping it, what I'm doing right there, whatever I'm grinding, whatever I'm working on, I'm stopping right there. The day that those drop, I can purchase the AMX-30 1AR prototype, because I have more than enough XP accumulated on the AMX 1390 Tier 8 French Scout tank, and I will definitely have more than enough silver to buy it. It'll be 3 million and some to purchase and fully equip it. So I'll be getting that right away, because I've been looking forward to these tanks for a long time. Whenever they come out, sometime in the next few months here, I'm pretty sure we'll see them by April at the latest. Don't quote me on that though. When they drop, I'll be stopping what I'm doing and going there. Now, recently, those of you who have jumped into the stream, you've noticed that I've been playing some Chinese tanks. I've been delving into those. I wanted to start by going up the Chinese heavy line. Do another heavy tank grind for you guys to get some videos out and some reviews on the Chinese heavy tank, starting with the IS-2. So there'd be about 4 videos. IS-2, 110, the Wheezy 111, 1-4, and of course the 113. I wanted to do those before I did the medium tanks, for sure, as I believe doing the heavies will certainly help with the medium tank grind. It'll make the medium tank packages cheaper. Of course, I'll be using some of this free XP, so I'm not playing any of these tanks stock. But I had to put that on hold, because with the recent matches against Corruption Clan, it was found out that it's a glaring problem within Immortals that we don't really have a lot of guys with a T110E4 turreted United States tank destroyer. And they're not so much essential to some of the strategies that we want to employ in Clan Wars, but they're definitely high on the list of not required but consider getting kind of tanks. We don't have very many people in Immortals with a T110E4 that will be available for Clan Wars all the time. So I decided I'm going to change tack here. I'm going to play another tank destroyer line. Yay. I'm really excited about this. Anyways, so I will start getting some videos out about that. In fact, the gameplay that you see going on in the background is some of the low-tier tank destroyers down that line, because I had to start way back at Tier 3. I haven't done any of the U.S. tank destroyers. I haven't done a dang thing with any of those lines. So I had to go all the way back to Tier 3 to start going up the T110E4 line. So if you want to see some turreted tank destroyer, U.S. turreted tank destroyer reviews, stick around. That's my next grind. I'll be doing reviews of those tanks as I go up, and I will try not to shoot myself in the face multiple times when I get to the T-28 prototype, because I know that's going to be awful. There's good things about that tank. It gets a good top gun, and it's got good frontal armor. I have trouble petting them if I don't have more than, 240 penetration, because the T-28 Pro is pretty well armored in the front, but the dang thing is just so slow, and I'm just going to want to rake my eyes out with my fingernails when I get to it. I guarantee you that. But anyways, that's what's going to be going on with my next upcoming grind series. So T-110E4, U.S. turreted tank destroyers, that is my next focus. After that, I'll jump to Chinese heavies, eventually moving to Chinese mediums. Whenever the AMX-30s come out, I am doing those immediately. The other non-auto-loading French mediums at Tier 9 and Tier 10. Whenever the AMX-30s come out, I'm stopping what I'm doing right there, and I'm playing those tanks, because I'm very excited for those tanks, and I've been looking forward to them for a long time. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of the gameplay going on in this video around my little box here. As always, your viewership is greatly appreciated. This has been Mobius Y. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope to see you on the battlefield or in my next video. Tank on!